Now, next important thing which need to determine the interior structure of the earth is earthquake waves. They are the most important thing because they keep on happening, and when earthquake happens somewhere over here, the energy travels, wave travels all the direction in the earth. In its body, it travels all the direction. Okay, so where this actual energy gets released of the earthquake, it is called as a focus. Getting it? So this is a focus point over here. From here, this earthquake wave will travel and they will reach on the surface. The place on the surface where they will reach first, that place is called as the epicenter. So definitely closest place it will reach the first. So epicenter is always closest part of the focus. Rarely it is the longest part of the focus, it will not happen. Because energy, as it is traveling at the fast speed, first thing where it will reach the closest point. That closest point is epicenter. Okay, so wherever this energy is getting released, that part is focus, and where it is reaching near surface, you are calling it as a epicenter. Okay, so earthquake is nothing but this shaking of the earth that we know. So these seismic activities are the most important activities to study the interior structure of the earth. Okay, so now how it is studied and how these waves are traveling. Okay, this picture will tell you a very good story about this. Okay, so for example, now over here you can see this earthquake is happening over here. So now these waves are traveling throughout the body of the earth. Okay, they are passing through all the layers of the earth, and when they are passing through all the layers of the earth, they are taking the characteristics of those layers, or they are exposing the characteristics of those layers, because certain waves won't be able to pass through liquid, certain waves will be passing through liquid, solid, everything. So based on that, we would be able to determine whether particular area has a liquid content, particular area has a solid content, or particular area has a plastic content. Getting it? So that is why earthquake waves are very important in determining the interior structure of the earth. Okay, so earthquake waves, we can classify them into the two types. Okay, one is a body wave. Body wave means what? They are passing throughout the body of the earth. Okay, they are passing through the body of the earth. So these body waves can be further divided into two types: P waves and S waves. So the characteristics of these P waves and S waves are different. P waves can pass through liquid as well as solid. S waves can pass through only solid medium. Okay, P waves are called as a P waves because they are primary waves. They are the first waves which emerge and travel. Okay, and they also first to reach on the surface. Secondary waves are the second in terms of traveling throughout the body and reaching on the surface of the earth. Okay, so as soon as these P waves reach on the surface, they gets converted into the S waves or surface waves. Okay, so the maximum damage that you see which has been caused on the surface, or wherever somewhere a building has been collapsed, this thing has happened, that thing has happened, is because of the surface wave. Getting it? Okay, so let us understand all these things one by one. So P waves, if you see, okay, what are the characteristics of the P waves? Okay, so we will have to revise little bit of our 11th and 12th standard physics over here. Okay, because these characteristics are physical characteristics of the waves. Okay, so how you guys have many of you would have may have a science background. Okay, so you can see over here, this is how P waves are traveling through the material. Okay, so they are the first wave to arrive on the surface, and their characteristics are similar to that of sound waves. So P waves are the sound waves. They are also called as the longitudinal waves. The characteristics of the sound wave is that whenever they pass through any medium, okay, medium undergoes the phenomena of stretching and squeezing. Stretching and squeezing. Yes, like that. Stretching and squeezing it will happen. Okay. So for example, if P waves is passing through the rock, if it is not completely solidified, semi-solid state or little bit of flexible, you will have a stretching and squeezing in the rock as well. Getting it? Okay, so these, they can travel through gas, liquid, and any medium. You know, sound, except space, sound cannot travel through the space. If you go to the space and you shout, some person is standing next to you, you won't be able to hear, because sound waves, you won't be able to travel through space. Okay, so these waves can pass through liquid, solid, and gaseous medium. Okay, so here they are creating lots of density difference in the material. Why they are creating density difference in the material? Because if you see, when squeezing is going to happen, there will be more material will be more dense. Stretching is going to happen, material is going to get less dense. Getting it? So आप यहाँ पे squeezing कर रहे हैं तो क्या हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे density बढ़ जाएगा. So here you can see this part. Now this wave is traveling. Now यहाँ पे squeeze हो रहा है, ये area squeeze हो रहा है, तो यहाँ पे density जो है बढ़ जाएगी. Getting it? So here if you see, the wave travels, okay, this particle of the medium, they will vibrate parallel in the direction of propagation of the wave. Okay, मतलब क्या कि जहां पे वेव जिस डायरेक्शन में ट्रैवल कर रही है, पार्टिकल भी उसी डायरेक्शन में वाइब्रेट करेंगे. So wave is traveling in this direction, particles will also vibrate in this direction like this. They will not vibrate like this. So wave is traveling like this, particle will also travel like this along with the wave. Okay, so particles of the medium will vibrate parallel to the direction of propagation of the wave. Getting it? So this is called as a P wave. Okay, now next is secondary wave. Secondary wave, आप देखो यहाँ पे कैसे हो रहा है. Particles of the medium, okay, now wave is traveling in this direction, पर पार्टिकल कैसे वाइब्रेट हो रहे हैं, ऊपर नीचे वाइब्रेट हो रहे हैं. So particles of the medium are vibrating perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave. So यहाँ पे stretching, squeezing नहीं होगा, density difference यहाँ पे नहीं होगा secondary wave पे. Okay, so they are arrive at the surface with some time lag. इसके लिए इनको क्या बोलेंगे, secondary wave. Primary wave जो है first arrive करेंगे. Okay, so they can travel only through solid medium. लिक्विड मीडियम के थ्रू ये ट्रैवल नहीं कर सकते. मतलब क्या, ये कोर के थ्रू नहीं ट्रैवल कर पाएंगे, आउटर कोर के थ्रू नहीं ट्रैवल कर पाएंगे, बिकॉज आउटर कोर इज लिक्विड. ओके, सो बेस्ड ऑन दैट वी कैन कंक्लूड दैट सम पार्ट ऑफ द अर्थ इज मेड अप ऑफ लिक्विड, दैट इज आउटर कोर. Getting it? Okay, so the properties of this wave are similar to that of transverse wave. Sound waves are longitudinal waves, secondary waves are transverse waves. So these properties are similar to that of transverse waves, and particles of the medium are vibrating perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. Okay, so this is called as a secondary waves, or they are also called as a shear waves. Okay, now these P waves, secondary waves, okay, how they are traveling in this picture, it will be very clear. Okay, so you can see over here, this is how secondary waves are traveling, and this is how primary waves are traveling. Secondary waves got reflected from the core. So for example, this is a point, okay, where earthquake is being originated. Okay, this is a point where earthquake is being originated. Now from here waves are traveling throughout the body of the earth. Since the outer core is made up of liquid, these secondary waves will be deflected from the outer core, and the observant which is sitting over here, this part of the earth, will not receive the secondary waves over here. Observer sitting only up to 103 degrees east and west will only be receiving the secondary waves. But here primary waves, observant sitting throughout the earth, okay, they will be receiving these primary waves except 103 degrees to 142 degrees east and west direction. So you know the phenomena of refraction. So because of the refraction, some waves, you can see, they have passed through the core, but because of the material they have been refracted. And because of that, some of these waves haven't reached to the 103 to 142 degrees in east and west. So this is known as a wave shadow region. Means the observant which are sitting over here haven't received these waves. So these are the wave shadow region of the earth. P waves and S waves.